3. Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Maria Fontana On Demand. Today I have with me Coach Christina Hobart. She's an amazing empowerment coach for women. I've had the pleasure of personally working with her. She is a great catalyst for change for women. Hey Christina, how are you?
Hi, good, and you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for taking your time to join me on the show and help me help other entrepreneurs really navigate some muddy waters. So first and foremost, just quickly tell the audience like what you do, what you specialize in, and then you could blast me with your questions. Personal development, spirituality, business, whichever resonates with you today.
Okay, great. Well, hello, everyone. I'm Coach Christina Hobart, and my specialty is helping women find their voice. A lot of women seem to live their life according to other people's opinions and thoughts, and they are afraid to speak up for themselves. And a lot of women might be in a toxic relationship, and they just don't value themselves that much, or they don't know how to value themselves and find their self-worth, and they just live in in a hamster wheel. They just keep going round and around and around. And so I help them find their voice so they can get a better job, get that promotion, find true love, leave a toxic relationship, and move forward in life.
And that she does, because I will be vulnerable here, guys. And I do share my vulnerability openly in my practice. That was me about 20 years ago. And what Christina does, I know, is pivotal, because you would never think that I was someone that needed empowerment, but I never would be where I am today if I did not get the healing, help, and support of someone like Coach Christina. So Christina, tell me ask me your most pressing questions. Like, what do you need today? We are in the middle of a pandemic while we're airing this. We are in a quarantine state, so maybe 10 years from now when someone listens to this podcast, they're like, oh my God, that was the pandemic of 2020. But tell me, as an entrepreneur and as a coach, a healer, a transformational expert, what do you need from me this week? What can I support you with?
Well, right now I'm really struggling I don't want to be rude, but I'm trying to get new clients to sign up. So that is one of my biggest concern, because I'm self-employed and so is my husband. And right now, my income got cut about 80%.
And I understand that.
Due this COVID-19. So I'm just trying to find ways to reach more potential clients so that I can help them, because I do believe I have a gift and it's my passion to help women.
And you do have a gift, and you're amazing.
Thank
what you do. I have seen and spoken to clients you've worked with. I do know Coach Christina for a while now. We've had, relationship, and I do know her in the business space. So I can honestly say I do endorse her work. So Christina, what I'm going to say is, now again, for the listeners listening to this, I want you to step back when I say this, and I want you to listen from an open perspective. This will not resonate with every entrepreneur. And if it doesn't resonate with you, then don't listen to the rest of the broadcast. That's totally cool. I've been in business 34 years. And when you're in business that long, what I will share with Christina and other entrepreneurs that may be experiencing this at this time. Now, once again, you have to tweak what I'm saying to your practice, because what I'm going to say to Christina might not work exactly the same for every type of business, but that's in any kind of advice anyone gives you. So Christina's biggest challenge right now is in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of people being afraid, moving into the recession. She's not getting the clients that are investing in themselves right now. So as I look at it from a business perspective and a psychological perspective, I would say to Christina, if we were working one-on-one, that I would tell her to pivot and shift who she's talking to. So Coach Christina, who has your ideal client been till now? Have you been just helping, anyone, any woman, just, your average crowd, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And what's the biggest complaint you're getting from people? You do get the calls for your services, but then what happens at that point?
It's money. Women are now afraid to spend money on themselves because they don't know what's going to happen in the future with this COVID-19.
So a simple way to pivot your business, and this could be used in other practices. Again, there's more to it than what I'm going to share with Christina on this on demand. But the main factor is you need to pivot who you're selling to. So I believe in going more after higher asset clients or a specifically different type of clientele. So if you are marketing yourself to just the masses, let's just say you're marketing to yourself to just anyone, everyone, I'll help everyone, anyone. That's really sounds great. But in the business world and for what you're doing, if you are the breadwinner and you need to have a practice, then unless you're selling a big membership site and unless you have tons of money to invest in ads, Google ads, Facebook ads to fill an automated type of coaching platform, which is not what you're doing. You're doing high level, one-on-one, personalized, tailored coaching, correct?
Yes.
Right. So in that case, you are an expert. You're not selling to the masses. So I think it's time for you perhaps to entertain the thought of shifting who you're talking to. Perhaps your ideal client will be successful female real estate agents. Perhaps your ideal client will now be successful financial advisors, successful female entrepreneurs who are, moving into the next level of their life. So the bottom line is just because a woman is successful, and I speak from experience on this, just because you're financially successful and sound does not mean that you're internally successful and sound, does not mean you're empowered. A lot of women are just kind of operating on autopilot, but they really need to work on themselves personally. So shifting your audience, shifting your client and who you're selling to is going to shift your entire business, because you will no longer be speaking to, but you have to shift your mindset, because that's where we get stuck. It's like the salon owner that wants to not be a Supercuts anymore. She wants to shift her salon to like a high-end salon, but she's like, but I don't know if I'm worth it. How am I going to do that? So what happens is that business owner has to first shift their mindset, their worthiness, their value, and then start shifting who they're talking to. And you gotta let go of, you want to help everybody, because you're doing yourself a disservice and you're doing your clients a disservice. Does that sound like something you could do? Does that sound like something that feels good to you?
I believe that I could do, and it just feel good to me. I have to just get out the mindset of I wish I could help everyone, but I really have to focus on the ones that will be able to hire me as the personal life coach.
Right. And what'll happen is, once you shift who you're talking to, the people that really need you, that can afford you, that it is just a normal day-to-day purchase to take great care of themselves, it'll just change everything, because also those people will show up for you and will show up to help themselves. So I can tell you that I have seen many successful female entrepreneurs, many successful CEOs, female CEOs, financial advisors, whatever it is, anyone that's making the salary that has a basis that can be able to a higher asset client, basically. So when you're selling to higher asset clients, things like the recession, things like COVID-19, these things don't really affect them, because they're in a different caliber. The trick is for you to shift your mindset that you don't have to be a millionaire to sell to millionaires.
Yeah, I agree. I do have to work on that a little bit.
Yeah, and we all do. I had to do that too. There was a time in my life, and I'm very open once again, that I was going through financial ruin, and I'm like, how can I possibly go out in public and help other people when I'm not in a place where I'm wealthy per se at this point in my life? But you know what? When I shifted that mindset and I realized people aren't paying me because of what my status is, they're paying me because I have what they need to help them. And all of that. So really, this is all about mindset and shifting who we're talking to. So do you think that will resolve your main problem?
I believe it will. Yes, I do.
All right. So you know what? Do you have any other questions? Anything else that maybe comes to mind that you think could help other entrepreneurs in the journey?
I think we just can't give up no matter how tough it gets. And it, it's a struggle, but if you really have a passion for it, you will be successful. We just can't give up when there's a bump in the road, because that's what I teach my clients. You just can't give up if something doesn't go your way.
Yeah,
You just
absolutely.
keep going, move forward.
Absolutely. And the truth of the matter is, and I will say this and debunked because many of you are listening to this on a podcast, you're listening, maybe you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, wherever you may be. The online world is selling people a crock of shit. They're selling people instant entrepreneurship, and that's just not true. Being a real entrepreneur, a real business owner is a process of being able to have a sustainable business. It's a process of bumps. It's a process of shit going wrong. And most of all, it's about being resilient and being able to pivot when things shift. So don't be afraid to pivot. Don't be afraid to honor your soul. If you'd like, Christina, we can hop on a call later this week. I'd be happy to help you and support you. We can figure out who that new target audience is going to be and where the best platform is to talk to them. Because once again, guys, I am not a marketing expert, but I will tell you that not one platform is for everyone. And that's just through trial and error, me blowing tons of money and screwing up and living and learning. And that's what I share with all of you. So is there anything else I can answer for you? Anything else that comes top of mind today, Christina?
I don't think so. I think that was it.
Do you feel better? Did that take some
I
pressure
feel
off?
better. Yes, it did. It took a lot of pressure off.
So we'll work on that next week. If you want, you can just message me. We'll hop on a call. So I want to tell everyone on the show, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for joining us. I am going to drop links below. If you'd like to contact Coach Christina, I highly recommend her. She will help you shift your mindset, shift your energy, and really get to a place where you are empowered in more ways than you guys can imagine. If you'd like to hop on a call with me, same thing, just click the link below. And if you want to be on Maria Fontana On Demand on the show, same thing. I'll drop the link below. Just reach out. I want to thank Christina so much for spending time with me today. Thanks, Christina. You're the best.
Thank you. You too.
Have a great
Thank
rest
you.
of the week. Thanks for joining me.
Bye.